that, Shrika is still sports talk here on Atlantic Television Network. And we'll get started with sporting news around Nigeria. We'll start with the sports minister, John Owen Enoh. He has assured that the federal government will assist in implementing the national sports policy. Now, the immediate past government of the Muhammadu Buhari approved the national industry sports policy to provide opportunity for corporate and private sector participation in the development of sports in the country, but it was not implemented before the tenure elapsed. So speaking yesterday at the MKO Abiola Stadium in Abuja, and also the current administration has endorsed the national sports industry policy as both corporate and private sector to play critical roles in sports sponsorship and infrastructural upgrade. He added that the policy has also provided opportunity for moving sports away from recreation to business. He went further to add that the key policy objective of the present administration is that sports will be used as a source of peace, unity and stability of the country, job creation, as well as providing opportunity for in participation in the sport by both male and female. We hope that this policy, of course, come to fruition as time progresses. Away from that, let's bring you some cricket news now. It was jubilation galore at the Tafawa Belawa Square in Lagos yesterday evening as Nigeria's Yellow Greens emerged as the winner of the maiden edition of the West African Tour. And the competition has been underway in Lagos in the past few days, with the Nigerian side dominating the event. They actually defeated all the participating countries twice and reached the finals to face Rwanda. The game against Rwanda was difficult for the Yellow Greens, but they found a way to win 17 runs. It means that the Yellow Greens recorded a 100% record in the competition at the expense of a much better teams like Rwanda, Ghana, Sierra Leone, and the likes, who, of course, also participated at the event. But Nigeria came top with a massive display. Good one for Uyopata, the Federation President, who has done a lot to ensure that the activities of cricket is visible in Nigeria. These days, cricket is now a new sport. But still, of the effort of the Federation, the Yellow Greens of Nigeria, showing that they are now eating to beat when it comes to West Africa, tourney and any competition at all. We hope they can graduate to the bigger level where they will begin to face big names like South Africa, names like Madagascar of this world, to bat for a championship place. But away from that, let's bring some wrestling story. We are the Wrestling Federation, in conjunction with the Nigerian Olympic Committee, has commenced a level national committee coaching course for coaches to help develop this in the country. Secretary General of the Nigerian Wrestling Federation, Alhaji Mohammed Maga Disama, he statement the training commencing in Agua, that's our state capital, on Sunday, October 15, will end on October 21. He noted that the initiative is to enhance the coaching and mentoring skills of Nigerian wrestling coaches and teams, ensuring they achieve their potentials in terms of building, equipping, and applications of international guidelines, and aiding Nigerian wrestlers in which enhancing and developing our coaches in different areas so we can conversate with the rules when it comes to international standard and international competitions. In recent times, we don't get to see our coaches, being selected for our continental global sport. Because some of the ensure that in the years we'll be glad to really, list coaches that are qualified enough to be represent or chosen at competition. Away from that, now let's bring you some news. The remaining four is football women league. The remaining four in this year's women's basketball league will have the finals competition on October 17th at the indoor sports hall of the National really in Lakes. After 2 days in Savannah conferences, 4 clubs, Mountain of Fire, the Miracle of Lagos, Warriors, Nigeria Custom, and qualified for nationals. While Manchester has from the Atlantic Conference, defending champions, the Warriors and Nigeria Custom ticket for the two of these will battle each other on day after tomorrow. And then Nigeria Custom will lock horns with Elders, Mountain of Fires and Miracle. Ladies will face Bayelsa Waves in the second match of the day. Of course, the winner has an outstanding prize. This is what Musa Kida and his team are gradually doing to basketball gradually comes back to our system, and obviously this is achieved by looking to the league to see how far they can end the year on a high. Let's move on now to the International Olympic Committee, where we hear that the president Thomas Bach refused to rule out standing again as several members of the charter yesterday called for a change of rules that will allow him to extend his time in office. German Thomas Bach, who was first elected for an 8-year term in 2013 and was re-elected for a further 4-year spell in 2021. Thomas Bach is the former fencing champion to remain in the position beyond 2025 would require a change to the Olympic Charter. Nevertheless, there were several calls for Bach to continue during yesterday's opening day of the 141st IOC session in Mumbai. Good one for him. I mean, when a leader does well, there's a tendency of elongating his tenure. And obviously, that's what we've seen. And I think that he deserves all the accolades that comes his way. He has really done so well for the Olympic, the International Olympic Committee organizing. Because recently, we took an act against Russia for invading and invading cities in Ukraine. And these are some of the actions, that are very remarkable during his time. And the relationship he has had the member states of the Olympic movement, such that, very clear yesterday how they all voted for him to come back. But then, for that vote to become an action, that means there needs to be a concrete ratifying the Olympic Charter, the rules to accommodate another aspect, that is his third term in office. But let's see how that one plays out. The meantime now, UFC middleweight champion Israel Adesanya has declared that he will be taking a sabbatical from the octagon. Why? This is coming here of losing his belt to underdog Sean Strickland in Sydney, in Australia, a few weeks ago, about promising to return to the sports after in a defeat term that's one of the most significant upset in the mixed martial art history. And this one, which is middleweight belt to Strickland by decision in Sydney in September. In his defeat to fighter to take SDs. That's the best way to go. Hope that he can come back better and strong. Let's talk some boxing news. Southpaw Gianni Berke Alikumli StarTimes Vincenzo Gulteri on today to unify middleweight world boxing title in of 14 champs. He kept the World Boxing Organization title and took the International Boxing Federation crown from Gutierrez when referee David Fee stopped a bob after 1 minute and 25 seconds of the 6th round. Newly improved to winning 15-0 with his 10th victory inside the distance. Gutierrez fighting outside Germany for to 21 draw. So the Shanghai Masters, this is where we'll take you to all updates in tennis, and of course a lot happened or transpired over the weekend from the Shanghai Masters down to the Korea Open match. But let's start with the ATP, where we saw Hubert Hukas save the match point on his way to victory over Andrei Rublev in the Shanghai Masters to win that one 6-3, 3-6, 7-6, to clinch victory. Both men were the fun master with World 7 Hukas winning in a heavy heated contest. The international, who is down 21 aces on his way to a first title at level since 2021. For Rublev, he has not dropped a set to his final, but was unable to Hukas completely win 8 on the tour. Now, number 4 remains hoping that part of this point. And hopefully, if he wins, he is very hopeful that he might be 10. Only the top 8 players in the world will back it into the end. The ATP will come. Where players will show their strength. So from that, let's bring you some talk about the of course, we saw this Pegula also something the WTA opponent in Seoul yesterday with the win over China's Yuan Yung. At 29, Jessica Pegula, whose mother was also born in Seoul, is through 6-2, 6-3 for the 4th title of her career and 2nd title after Montreal in August. She's one of 4 and also with the final in Doha and Tokyo this year. Pegula, who reached a career high number 3 last year, has not managed to get past the quarterfinals in the 4 Grand Slams. It was the first WTA final for the 128 ranked young, who's 20 years old, was never reached a quarterfinal before getting to the finals, where she lost to Jessica Pegula. And then now to other wins of Zheng Qinwen, the Chinese international, swept to her second career title, defeating her opponent on their home soil. Yesterday, she won on a hard court in 3 sets. At 21, she had capped an incredible win with her 2-6, 2-6, 6-4 victory over Barbora Krejcikova to become the first Chinese woman to win a single title at the WTA title level or higher. Italy and Zheng got the win. After winning the Asian Games gold in September, 24 ranked lost at the China Open later became a young career 13 days later. This is how it be done. I saw the spirit from her there. She was very eager to really write and very tactic to see how she came very strong. That one. A quick break now. When we come back, of course, we have more football stories here. We have the first win of the new Nigeria Premier Football League yesterday in March 3. stay sports talk here, and let's talk for some football gist. We'll start from Nigeria here. We are the board of the Nigerian National League has approved the constitution of various standing committees to ensure the effective running of the league, which is expected to kick off on October 28th. A statement by the NNL's Chief Operating Officer Ayo Abdurrahman yesterday in Abuja said the committees constituted will include the disciplinary, financial, technical, and media committee. According to the statement, the disciplinary committee will be headed by Yakubu Sama, while his members will include Momo Mohammed, Emeka Mwayago, and Barrister Abdul Ibrahim. The NNL Chief Operating Officer said that the appointment were in consideration of their enormous experience and expertise in the field of football administration. Moving on now to some Nigeria Premier Football League. The Nigeria Premier Football League Match 3 saw one away win, 18 goals scored, and some draws across various centers in the league. After Match 3, Heartland and Aqua United yesterday are the only team yet to win a game this season. Sporting Lagos, Lobby Star, and Bender Insurance are unbeaten, and Remo Stars with the first away win. And so these are some of the results, of what played. Bender Insurance defeated Plateau United 1-0 at the Samuel Boone Stadium. Sunshine Stars played a 1-0 draw with Heartland Football Club. Tassina United played a goalless draw with Lobby Stars. Eyimba in a trick encounter defeated Aqua United 3-2 there. Rangers were 2-1 better off than Niger Tornadoes. At the Samson Siaja Stadium in Bayelsa, Bayelsa United lost away at home to Remo Stars, and that is the first away win of the season. Abia Warriors defeated Kano Pillars 1-0. Rivers United played a goalless draw with Kora United at the Adokie Amesimaka Stadium, and Shooting Stars were 2-1 better off than Gombe in the Adamasingba Stadium in Ibadan. The duo of Doma United, Kwara United did put up a spirited display. They fight so hard to record a barren draw with Rivers United and Sporting Lagos in that one. Yesterday, we saw that game, and it was, an epic display from Kwara United and Doma United, who traveled away from home to record to pick maximum point. Kabiru Dogo of Kwara United will be very ecstatic, very happy with that particular draw there. However, in Abba, I look at the games yesterday, it was a very tricky one, even if Philip George was not part of the coaching crew for the Abba, for the Abba guys yesterday. He was not in the Eyimba setup, but his team were still able to hold their own as the defending champion, kept their nerves to top Aqua United in a 5-goal thriller. And I tell you for sure that this is the first win of the season for Eyimba Football Club. With that win now, I'm sure they've moved from the 20th position now to maybe an average position in the league. Away from that, let's bring you some updates in regards to the Nigerian Super Eagles game today. FIFA has confirmed that the match official for Nigeria's friendly against Mozambique this evening. They've unveiled the likes of Miguel Nuguria from Portugal, who will serve as the match referee. His compatriot Paulo Braz, who of course will also partner with him as referee number 1. Assistant referee number 2 is also known clearly. And then this game will be played at the Estadio Municipal de Portimão in Portugal, and will be the 5th time both countries are facing each other, at the senior level. The match will kick off at 4 p.m. tonight, this evening, same time with the Portuguese time. And then you recall that last Friday, Nigeria played a 2-2 draw with Saudi Arabia. A lot of persons are still wondering, at what point will Nigeria get to pick their first win for a friendly win for Santos Pizarro. Nigeria are yet to win any friendly game, since he took over the coaching crew of the Nigerian team. But we are hoping that maybe they win today against Mozambique. And if they do, that would be very, very lovely to get to see them, win that encounter. Still talking about some tidbits from the national team. Victor Osimhen is expected to be back to Italy today, earlier than originally scheduled, to undergo a medical check, having picked up an injury while away with Nigeria during the international break. This season's, the last season's Serie A top scorer limped off midway through his nation's a 2-all friendly game draw with Roberto Mancini's Saudi Arabia, a situation that now requires a check-up to assess the severity of the issue. Osimhen has an unfortunate record of picking up injuries and illnesses while away with Nigeria, having dislocated his shoulder in November 2020, as well as having contracted COVID in 2 separate occasions. Back in Italy, the Italian club have an interesting set of fixtures approaching, beginning with a trip to Hellas Verona this Saturday before visiting Leonardo Bonucci and Union Berlin in the Champions League, with a home clash against Milan set for the following weekend. So we'll keep our finger crossed and we hope that some of our stars will get to see. But let's take you through the European scene now, where we saw some international friendlies. Yesterday, Mexico defeated Ghana 2-0. It ended in favor of Mexico. Sudan played a 1-0 draw with Tanzania. And then on Saturday, we saw Nigeria team opponents. Ivory Coast played a 1-0 draw with Morocco. The United States of America lost to Germany. And this big good times for the German national team, coming back with a new coach now, hoping that they can fortify themselves and even move up. Let's move now, lastly, to the UEFA Euros 2024 qualification, where Spain booked their place at Euro 2024 games with a 1-0 win over Norway yesterday. This win also ensured that Scotland had qualified from Group A. Young midfielder Gavi fired home early in the second half to help the 2008 and 2012 European champion progress to the tournament in Germany next summer with 2 games to spare. Norway, who last appeared at a major tournament in Euros, also had their star striker Erling Haaland can now only potentially qualify through playoffs, but they need to hold on to third and hope Serbia will qualify from Group G for them to be eligible. Meanwhile, Wales produced one of the greatest performances to beat Croatia and reignite their hopes of qualifying automatically for the Euro 2024 in sensational fashion. Wales must now beat Armenia and Turkey in the final 2 qualifiers in November to secure their place at next summer's tournament. Germany at Croatia's expense. Now let's take a look at the full result of the Euro qualification over the weekend. Yesterday, Georgia thrashed Cyprus 4-0. Czech Republic also defeated Faroe Island. Switzerland played a 3-all draw with Belarus. Norway, I did mention, lost to Spain. Poland played a 1-0 draw with Moldova. Romania, we are 4-0 better off than Andorra. Turkey defeated Latvia 4-0. Wales, I also mentioned to you that they played a 2-1 win against Croatia. On Saturday, we saw Northern Ireland defeated Marino. Ukraine were better off. Slovenia defeated Finland 2-0 in that particular. And Bulgaria lost at home to Lithuania 2-0 ended. Denmark 3, Kazakhstan 1, and then Hungary also defeated Serbia, as well as Italy, who got a 4-0 win over Malta. For us to wrap up conversation here, I will move straight to Europe, where we hear that there seems to be a change in dynamics for clubs like Manchester United, who Tim Ratcliffe is willing to take 25% of the shares at